That's what we're doing for all time. Solidarity. And I hope you have great conferences and meetings in Bogota this weekend.
My friends, thank you so much for gathering in defense of the Americas, and thank you for all you're doing, holding the line against fascism. I've been thinking about the fact that it's been 2 years and 3 months, a little bit more than that, since President Gustavo Petro warned the world as Israel began its genocide in Gaza that it was global 1933. And if this wasn't stopped, it would become the precedent that would be globalized, and that it was a glimpse of the future of how the rich would treat the poor as the world roiled in the face of the climate crisis. At the time, many people said that it was too extreme. I know that President Petro faced a lot of criticism for that comparison, but here we are, more than 2 years later, and fascism has spread to country after country. And the Gaza precedent of shredding completely international law has spread to the Caribbean, with the US opening fire on fishing boats. It has spread to Venezuela with the kidnapping of President Maduro. And it has spread to the center of empire itself, with ICE opening fire on US citizens, murdering them in cold blood. I think part of the problem is that many people in the US never really understood what fascism was, in part because they didn't listen to voices coming from the global South, including the Caribbean voices like Aimé Césaire, who said that it was colonialism coming home. I've been thinking about how do we understand Trump? And I think really he is capitalism incarnate. And all he sees is what he could grab, what he could have, the oil, the minerals, the trade routes. I've written books exposing the fact that the US was after the oil and the copper and covert ops, and now they hold press conferences and simply announce it. After the attack on Venezuela, it took minutes before Donald Trump pivoted to who he claimed was going to be his next targets. And he talked about Colombia, and he talked about Cuba, and he talked about Mexico. And this was not by accident. It is because your countries coming together represent the only force that is standing in the way of Donald Trump and his quest for more and more and never enough. You are the only force coming together, standing up for life, for the value of that which cannot be bought. So I thank you for your commitments. I thank you for your vision. I thank you for your courage and your strength.